Tonight, the Police Welfare Association is first out the gate as it concludes negotiations with the government negotiating team to the satisfaction of its members. Health officials worry over the rise in substance abuse by minors, and police roll out traffic operations in a bid to clamp down on lawlessness on the roadways and crime in general.
The traffic stops will continue. We hope that we don't hinder anybody in their daily routine, but as I said, it's necessary. We want to catch the offenders.
We have the details of these stories and more coming up.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News with Lovelace and Amy Joseph.
Good night. It is Friday the 17th of May 2019. Welcome to the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. We're on Flow, channel 117. Also being simulcast on Kiss FM 105.5 and 105.9, on our website www.caribbeanhottv.com, and of course on our free Caribbean Hot FM mobile app. I'm lovely Saint Amy Joseph. Thank you for joining us. It would seem that the Police Welfare Association, PWA, has indeed found a formula for success for negotiating with the government negotiating team, GNT. While many other public sector unions clamor for resolve as it relates to their negotiations, the PWA and GNT have signed the collective agreement which covers the period 1st of April 2016 to 31st of March 2022. The head of the government negotiating team, Vern Gill, following the signing, expressed his satisfaction with the entire mood and conduct of the negotiations.
I want to express my thanks to the negotiating team for the Police Welfare Association and to express my appreciation in the manner in which the negotiations have taken place, the cordial environment and exchanges, and I would like to commend the association for applying the necessary skills and thought to the whole process. We are pleased that the negotiations have ended.
The president of the Police Welfare Association, Travis Chico, thanked his members for their patience and said the PWA remained focused on its goal to enhance the standing of all of its members.
Also would like to thank the government negotiating team for a lot of the times accommodating the police, especially when we felt that the process was a bit on the slow end. However, we've agreed on a number of positions, as I've said, that the real purpose of the negotiation was really to add value to the members of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force. I believe that coming out of the negotiations, having presented the position to our members, having presented the position to our members, they are a bit satisfied, and having returned to the general membership for voting, members agreed unanimously to accept the proposal as is by the government negotiating team. I am very happy that at least members are able to see a shift in the salaries coming in the few days, that they would enjoy the benefits given to them, and also to secure a landmark deal where the police at this point, in terms of part of its national crime strategy, that the insurances would now be a big part of the police to really boost their morale and confidence as we tackle the issue of crime.
Acting Labour Commissioner Cornelia Jabatis commended both sides for their commitment to moving forward and to seeing the process through to completion. She says it augurs well for the industrial relations climate in the country. In other news, health officials worry over the rise in substance abuse by minors. Programs Officer Caleb Paul says parents and guardians play a major role in encouraging this by introducing their children to substances, mainly alcohol, from a very young age. Rochelle Gonzalez tells us more in this report.
It may seem that the island's alleged reputation for being a party and alcohol nation is becoming a reality, and the problem may be materializing in persons from a very young age. Programs Officer with the Substance Abuse Advisory Council Secretariat, Caleb Paul, said in St. Lucia there is an overall habit of enabling substance abuse. He said this begins when children are introduced to substances, especially alcohol. This, he said, is very worrisome.
Our stats show that even with alcohol, that at age 10, a child has been exposed to drinking alcohol already, and usually it's at a family event, or this person is a family, a mom, a dad, an aunt is the one introducing that substance to the person. So in St. Lucia, we can see that these habits are probably even ingrained in our society, which is very troubling for the Substance Abuse Secretariat.
Paul said education is the way to go when seeking solutions to nip the problem in the bud.
Our main aim is to educate persons that the effects of substances, and even that using at an early age, it opens you up to addiction later in life and becoming dependent on those substances. So the research shows that the younger you start, it will be harder for you to live a life without any of those substances. So we try to educate persons to delay the onset of use, and the later you use any substance, the better it would be for you.
Apart from alcohol, concerns have been raised over the number of adolescents who consume marijuana and smoke cigarettes. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I'm Rochelle Gonzalez.
Thank you, Rochelle. The Traffic Department of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force clamped down on traffic offences, holding random traffic checks in Rodney Bay, playing their role in the fight to reduce the cases of vehicular accidents and road fatalities, and also to ensure that there are searches done to discourage criminality.
With the recent spike in motor vehicular accidents and road fatalities, the Royal St. Lucia Police Force is taking visible steps to clamp down on violators of traffic legislation. Traffic police have set up a routine traffic check along the Grosley Lake Castries Highway in the Rodney Bay area, where, as is evident behind me, the number of traffic stops have been plentiful.
The main focus of this operation is to get drivers who are violating the Motor Vehicle and Road Traffic Act. We're looking for several things, including drivers driving without valid driver's license, drivers driving without insurance. We want to ensure that all drivers, especially motorcycle riders, comply with the rules. They have their necessary headgear, and that all road users are safe in this country.
Sergeant Lancico said this is only the beginning of things to come.
Yes, we've heard the outcry from the public, and this is an ongoing process. We hope to continue in the near future. Just this morning, we got a minibus driver who had his license had expired for over 6 months, and he's driving a public service vehicle. So it's very important that the police continue on this same routine to try and catch offenders.
For the year so far, the island has recorded 11 road fatalities. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I'm Rochelle Gonzalez.
The police are stepping up the efforts to crack down on traffic offences and to increase stop and searches. On Friday, at least one person was taken into custody and several received tickets for traffic violations. We hear from you how effective you think these operations are to keeping St. Lucia safe and maintaining law and order. Here's what you have to say.
That's supposed to be to me, the inception. If you don't have gears to ride, okay, they shouldn't actually give you the proper documents to go ahead and get your bike or your bicycle and even your vehicle and everything. Because what really happened, when you really look at it, we do it today, tomorrow we stop, and what accumulate these things is because they say lots of road accident, fatal deaths. But the fact is that this thing supposed to be there from day one. I was a young boy and I had my bicycle, and Laku come me see I went and registered my bike. A bicycle I had. If you have no license for the bike, you cannot ride it, and it's a bicycle.
In my experience, I'm a driver, and I've done it before. I have tried it, and it's not good at all. People should not drive without you have a license. It is bad, because if you have an accident and people get injured, it's a problem. So when the police are doing their job, I don't have nothing bad to say about it. It's a good thing they're doing. The research is very, very, very good and important. So it is good, and I like it.
Madame police la ka fa moda ba parce que parfois de les bouc la car travel pour point junction. Là il point junction à côté on fait left and right and est-ce qu'il indique là même et qu'on finit faire left and right. So il est pour police même faire les chemins plus souvent pour dire c'est pour ça c'est petit ça.
Quoi bus driver, moi ka testifier that the police là ni pour ça step up. Yo ni pour ça faire ces bagages ça plus souvent pour make sure that tout le monde vini law abiding citizens en pays cette lycée. Nous ni top bagages qui ka prend coup à comme si tu là pas même ni police force. So moi really I applaud the police là pour ça faire la word.
I mean, you carry a driver's license for 3 years. At least, sometimes it happens to people. Sometimes you know when your license due in June or July, but sometimes you slip on it, you forget, and the date has come. But at least you could run unpaid. You should not let the police catch you if your license is not valued. So at least you should be getting a charge for that, because that's what you depend on. Because you're doing minibus, you're driving people around, you have people's lives in your hand, and you should know, well, you should keep that valued at all times.
Well, I personally think it's a good idea, because right now you see in a developing country, you find things in terms of traffic laws. It has to be reinforced, because there's a lot of things happening in terms of a lot of motorcyclists riding without helmets, a lot of vehicles on the road without plates, fellas doing anything on the road, and I think it's time that the police should crack down on these sort of things, you know. And because a lawless country doesn't get anywhere, it just creates more problems for each and every one of us, you know, as a abiding law citizen.
I'm a rider too, but my problem with riders, especially motorcycle riders, some of you are riding, I won't say without helmet, I'll come with a helmet, I won't say without helmet, but without license and without insurance, it's not good. It's not right. The reason I'm saying that, if y'all damage somebody's vehicle and y'all don't have insurance, how that person will get compensated? I'm not supporting riding and driving without license.
Those were your views. This is the Hot 7 Nightly News. Still to come, a Friday morning fire at the Dayglow Sanitary Landfill causes the St. Lucia Fire Service to call in the big machines to avert disaster. Small business owners make a call for greater institutional support from government, and the Department of Education takes steps to review the current mathematics curriculum to align with new trends and solve old issues. That and more coming up after the break.